Welcome to the Ben Daniel Podcast, where we're calling a spade. Great to be here with you guys today. Huh? What? Am I reading this correctly? No. Am I getting punked? Is it April Fool's? No, it's June 17th. It's not April Fool's Day. This is the last thing I had on my bingo card. Stephanie White, Amber Cox, Kelly Crosskoff, Lynn Dunn. Congratulations.
For months, we've been told that Caitlin Clark is the undisputed face of basketball, the savior of the WNBA, and a guaranteed lock for every record in the book. But the first All-Star ballot returns just dropped, and the numbers don't just tell a different story, they scream it. Caitlin isn't first. She's not second. She's sitting in a distant fifth place. It feels like a glitch in the Matrix, a moment where the massive CC hype train didn't just slow down, it went off the rails. This wasn't supposed to happen. How does a player who sold out arenas before she even stepped onto the court end up 55,000 votes behind A'ja Wilson? More importantly, how is she trailing behind players who haven't even played a professional minute this year? The shockwaves are hitting the Indiana Fever front office like a sledgehammer, and the questions are starting to pile up. Is the fans' passion actually dying, or is something much more calculated happening behind the scenes to push her out of the spotlight? If you look at the names leading the pack, you start to see the first cracks in the narrative. A'ja Wilson holding the top spot makes sense to the purists. She's a champion. But seeing Paige Bueckers at number 2, nearly 45,000 votes ahead of Caitlin, is a total indictment of the current state of the pro game. It's a sign that the energy has shifted back to college ball or toward anyone who isn't being caught in the Indiana Fever's current downward spiral. It feels like the fans who flock to the WNBA for Caitlin are suddenly being pushed.
Tickets unsold. That's unsold tickets. This attendance is just unsold tickets at this point. There were less in the building, but there were 15,017 tickets sold. This is a direct result of Stephanie, Amber, Lynn, Kelly. The WNBA drama, the media hit pieces, time and time again. Just turning fans off, not knowing how to market your play.
Away, and the data suggests they are leaving in droves. The blame for this isn't being placed on Caitlin herself, but on the genius front office that was supposed to protect her. Names like Stephanie White, Lynn Dunn, and Amber Cox are being dragged through the mud by a fan base that feels betrayed. In less than 3 years, this management group has managed to take a once-in-a-generation lightning strike and ground it. They've managed to turn off the most loyal supporters by failing to market their star, failing to build a winning culture, and allowing a narrative of hostility to fester. It's one thing to lose games. It's another thing entirely to lose the interest of the people paying the bills. Wait until you look at the actual attendance numbers, because the sellout headlines are starting to look like a desperate PR stunt. Just recently in Indianapolis, the record showed thousands of unsold tickets for a home game. We're talking about the supposed epicenter of the Clark era, yet over 2,000 seats were left empty. On top of that, ticket prices that were once reaching astronomical heights are now crashing. In some cities, you can get into a game for $14. That's less than a movie ticket to see the person who was supposed to be the female Michael Jordan. The excitement isn't just cooling, it's freezing over. But the real mystery lies in why the league seems to be letting this happen. There's a growing sentiment that the media hit pieces and the constant locker room drama have finally taken their toll. Every time Caitlin takes the floor, it feels like she's walking into a storm of vet, resentment, and tactical mismanagement. Instead of showcasing her skills, the system seems designed to make her look ordinary, to humble her. And when you treat your biggest asset like a burden, the fans notice. They stop voting, they stop showing up, and they start looking for the next big thing. Is it possible that the voting is being manipulated? In the dark corners of the internet, fans are already whispering about bots and suppressed numbers. They find it impossible to believe that the woman who broke the internet in March is now struggling to stay in the top 5. Whether it's true or not, the perception is what matters. If the fans feel like their voice doesn't count, or if they feel the league is actively working against their favorite player, they simply check out. We're seeing a massive, silent exit of the casual viewer, and the front office seems to be watching it happen with their arms crossed. Look at the Atlanta Dream tickets as a prime example of the decline. You see rows and rows of standard and verified resale seats just sitting there, waiting for anyone to take them. The $29 night out is becoming the standard again, replacing the high-stakes, high-glamour event that the WNBA was promising just 2 months ago. It's an indictment of how quickly a brand can be damaged when the people in charge prioritize their own egos or old school ways over the massive wave of new interest that was handed to them on a silver platter. The coaching staff isn't escaping the heat either. The way Caitlin is being utilized, or underutilized, on the court is driving the hardcore basketball fans insane. You have a deep-range sniper being forced into stagnant defensive sets that don't play to her strengths. It's like buying a Ferrari and only driving it in school zones. When fans see their favorite player being set up for failure, they lose the desire to engage with the All-Star process. They don't want to celebrate a system that they feel is off-ing, the very career they came to watch. The drama isn't just on the court, it's in the headlines. The constant barrage of hot takes that try to minimize Clark's impact while elevating everyone else has created a toxic environment. By trying to make sure everyone feels important, the league has accidentally made their biggest draw feel replaceable. But as the voting numbers show, she isn't being replaced by other WNBA stars. The fans are just going back to college basketball or moving on to other sports entirely. The indictment, mentioned by analysts, isn't just a buzzword, it's a reality of lost revenue and fading relevance. What's even more shocking is the rise of Angel Reese and JC Sheldon in the conversation, while Caitlin's lead evaporates. It's a civil war within the fan base, and the front office is pouring gasoline on the fire. They've failed to control the narrative, and in doing so, they've allowed the Caitlin Clark era to become synonymous with controversy rather than excellence. When a player's name becomes a lightning rod for legal-style accusations and social media SHT storms, the average fan who just wanted to watch great basketball starts to back away. So, where do we go from here? The double vote days might...
She's not second. She's not third. She's not fourth. But she's fifth. You guys have managed to turn off so many of her fans, so many of her supporters, that they aren't even going out of their way to vote her as an All-Star team captain. The Methany White experience, the Lynn Dunn experience, the Kelly Krauskopf experience, you guys have done some serious damage.
Save her ranking, but they won't save the reputation of the Indiana Fever's management. They are currently presiding over the fastest cooling of a superstar in sports history. If they don't change how they market her, how they protect her from the media, hit jobs, and how they actually play the game, they might find themselves back in the dark ages of the league, playing in half-empty gyms with $14 tickets, and no one left to blame but themselves. This is a wake-up call for everyone involved. The fans have shown that their loyalty isn't blind. They came for a revolution, but they aren't going to stay for a funeral. If the WNBA wants to keep the millions of eyes that Caitlin Clark brought to the table, they need to stop trying to fit her in and start building the world around her. Because as it stands, the spade is spade. Reality is clear, the fans are tired, the hype is dying, and the face of the league is currently looking at 4 other players' backs in the standings. The next few weeks will be the ultimate test. Will the voting turn around, or is this the new normal? Are we...
Paige All-Star captain, this isn't too surprising. Vote Asia today. Guess CC's not the face of the league. Jeez. And look at this. You got Paige and Ezzy just dominating in terms of making the push. Wow.
Witnessing the natural stabilization of a trend, or the intentional destruction of a legacy? One thing is certain. The people in the front offices of the Fever and the WNBA league rooms better start paying attention to these returns. Because if you drive away the fans who made you relevant, you might find that you can't just bot your way back into their hearts. The CC movement was a gift, and right now, it looks like the gift is being returned to sender. As we look toward the All-Star break, the conversation isn't about the games themselves, but about the shocking absence of the star we were promised. It's a cautionary tale for any organization that thinks they are bigger than the players who bring the crowd. You can have the best history and the most established vets in the world, but if the building is empty and the votes aren't coming in, you're just playing in the dark. The fans have sent a clear message with this 5th place ranking. They aren't happy, they aren't fooled, and they might not be coming back for the second half of the season. Ultimately, the story of this season shouldn't have been about unsold tickets or management indictments. It should have been about the elevation of the sport. But when you look at those $14 seats in Atlanta and the 45,000 vote gap in the All-Star race, it's hard to see anything other than a massive missed opportunity. The ball is in the front office's court, but if they keep playing the way they have been, they're going to run out of time before the final whistle even blows. The world is watching, but for the first time in a long time, they're starting to look away.